Hello. I am sitting here with Forsythia bush, a beautiful and tasty flower, often seen on roadways in the southeast next to red bud, so you get this nice beautiful show of yellow and like a red purple. Both of these are prized edibles in the foraging world, and there's a lot of information out there about this plant, but it's a little bit confusing because this plant has a lot of parts to it. It has the fruit, it has the seeds, the buds, the flowers, the leaves, the stems, and the roots. And this is a very popular Chinese medicine. So let me also start by saying that most of the information that I have comes from traditional Chinese medicine, as well as the very few amount of studies that have been done on rodents primarily. So the flower itself actually doesn't contain that much of the medicinal properties that people are usually after, but it is tasty, and the entire plant has oleanic acid, which I'm going to dive a little bit more into. So a lot of people will make like jams or simple syrups. If you're making a dandelion jam or simple syrup, you might as well throw this in there too, to just help get that rich yellow color, and because you might as well add some goodness. When you're reading, chicken drama. When you're reading about the medicinal uses of this plant, you're typically reading about the fruit. The fruit of this plant, which we see in the South in the fall, I believe, is very popular for its ability to open the airways. This is an incredible lung herb, amazing for respiratory health. This was very popular when people were researching herbs to help with symptoms of COVID. That said, hello, Tina. As I had mentioned before, the entire plant has the oleanic acid. And oleanic acid, can help the body in a number of ways. We typically see it in a supplement being taken for heart health, and being marketed for obesity. I don't really love to talk about anything working for obesity because it's such a complex subject that has just so many factors that it's just not really fair for a product to be marketed for that. We won't dive into how I feel about that right now, but the reason that it is marketed that way is because the oleanic acid is going to be hard to break down, and I'm going to try not to get too sciencey here, but let me see if I can come up with a visual for this. A leading cause in heart diseases and obesity is chronic inflammation and I keep losing the word, oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is something that a lot of people have. It's basically just an imbalance between our free radicals and antioxidant system. And chronic oxidative stress, having that sort of imbalance between antioxidants, which are really, really, really important in the body, that's a major defense system. This can lead to overwhelming our detoxification pathways like the liver, the blood, the GI tract, etc. And as most of us can imagine, that can easily lead to weight gain, high cholesterol, and heart issues. So oleanic acid has been scientifically proven to help a lot with, why do I keep forgetting this term? The one that I was forgetting earlier. Oxidative stress. And Forsythia, this plant in general, in Chinese medicine, has been shown to help a lot with the detoxification pathways, as well as having that oleanic acid. So very anti-inflammatory, high in antioxidants, has a affinity for the liver and the spleen, which are, detoxification pathways. So this plant altogether is just going to really help support the natural processes of detox that are happening in the body. Oftentimes when we talk about plants being helpful and supportive for detoxification, we don't necessarily mean that they're causing elimination. We just mean that they are helping those systems that are already in the body to make sure that they're functioning properly. And Forsythia is definitely going to be a source for that. So again, the fruit is going to have the strongest amount of the medicine, but we do often see people using the inner bark and the root bark for this as well, and making yummy syrups for the flower. This is also just a really pretty plant in the spring. It's very easy to propagate with cuttings, and it's kind of crazy. It is very prolific for this reason, but you can stick the tip of a branch into the dirt and it will grow. Pretty cool, but also a little scary.